I wanted to really get into where they originated, the concepts of angels. I mean, do all faiths have them? Did you want to say something?
I was going to ask the difference between angels and archangels.
Oh, okay. Okay. First, all faiths do have them. All mythologies actually have them. And for a very logical reason. If you posit that your gods and goddesses live way up in the celestial sphere, and they're sending messages and communications back and forth, the only thing people ever saw that left the planet Earth and went up into the air and came back down were birds. So they gave feathered wings to all of their messengers. In Greek mythology, Mercury wears his wings on the back of his heels. As I say, all religions have angels. It was the Jews who came up with 3 angels in the Old Testament: Raphael, Gabriel, and Michael. But it was the Christians who really burgeoned this whole concept to a limitless quantity. And it was in the 6th century, it was a man by the name of Dionysius, a monk, a Syrian monk, who, and really, very much perhaps like me, he was a classic.
Are you like a monk?
Well, he was an organizer. Well, I'm like a monk when I'm doing this research, so I have no life. I'm in libraries, it's like perpetual homework. Yeah,
well, I read you when you're writing a book, you work at it 10 hours a day, 7 days a week.
I'm obsessive like that. He came up with the 9 classifications of angels in structures of 3 triads. In the first triad, the seraphim, the cherubim, and the thrones. Angels that are so special, they only stay up with God, singing God's praises, and we never see them or know of them. In the second triad, he put dominions, who were more or less celestial housekeepers. They literally tidied up heaven, because the concepts over centuries have been very different. The heaven is very much like earth. I mean, it's varied. Virtues were angels who brought about miracles on earth. Powers protected humankind from evil. And in the third triad, or the last, there were principalities who protected nations and cities. Archangels, which you asked, arch, the prefix from major, chief, mainly for chief. They were the chief messengers for the major revelations from the in Testament, and angels themselves, sort of a generic lot, including guardian angels, who just sat on your shoulder. You moved over in school and let the guardian angel sit next to you.